So this Redditor seemed pretty butt mad about me making a topic about how I was going to run for state representative. I got some pretty positive feedback in general from the Green Party, which has motivated me to want to join the Green Party, and I will try to run on the Green Party ticket for my state as state representative. I'm just repeating myself here, but essentially it comes down to the fact that I have nothing to lose from this. I have absolutely nothing that you can take. You've already taken my dignity. I don't have any money, so what the fuck? So nothing you could say is going to scare me. Nothing you can say is going to make me back down. And that's the thing. These Redditors, and by extension everybody else on the internet that's a fucking stupid prick, doesn't understand that I'm not frightened by your little threats. I'm not frightened by, you defacing me and posting everywhere some shit I said. Because I don't care, and I'll admit to it anyway. I'm proud of every single thing I've said. Because everything I say is true. It's true in the strict sense, and it's true in the personal sense. Anything you want to bring up, you go right ahead, and I will talk you down and fucking embarrass you, because I got nothing to hide. But all these fucking 1% bastards do. If moderators were okay, because that's the problem. I recently read this article of Facebook just censoring people on private message. Not even just public message. Private message. Why? Because they were linking to a website. What was the website in question? Was it how to build a bomb? Was it child pornography? No. It was Lame Book. A satire of Facebook. Depicting some of the stupidest shit Facebook posters have said. Kind of like people of Walmart, but for Facebook. And Facebook banned those people and censored their messages. What right do they have to do that? What? My property, my dick? Is that really your best fucking argument? And it only gets worse. The censorship has no line. And I'm not even saying there should be a line. So that's the problem here. People have caved in and given up the rights for nothing. You have absolutely nothing to gain from losing your freedoms. You're not gaining security. You're not gaining, momentum. You're not getting money out of it. This isn't protecting you. Let's say Facebook did let people just private message or publicly message things on how to make a bomb and child pornography. What's the worst that would fucking happen? Nothing. Nothing would change. The child molesters would still be child molesters, the bomb makers would still be bomb makers, and normal people would still be normal people. Nothing would fucking change. Only the fact that you would be secure in your freedom to fucking post what you want to post and not be infringed upon. That's the only thing that would change, and that would be a change for the better, clearly. So this isn't an issue about how we're protecting people from the bad guys, because the only real bad guys are the people telling you that you're a bad guy. That's the only bad guys. The only thing wrong is people trying to impose upon you arbitrary tyranny for what? For what exactly? They can't even explain themselves. There is no explanation for the mass censorship that goes on online. And this is the free market. All these fucking libertarians talking about the free market and how we need freer markets, less taxes, less regulations. The internet, it doesn't get any freer market than that. And it is the most controlled place on the planet. There is nothing more intrusive on your privacy than the internet. There is nothing more unsafe than the internet. The internet does not protect you from piracy or from, identity theft or anything. If those people want it, they can get it. And the internet neither protects you from punishing those people for doing those things. But they'll punish you for linking to Lame Book. That's the concept of capitalism. That's what capitalism comes down to. They don't care about right and wrong. They care about making money and securing their power structure. And that means stepping the foot down on the neck of the common man while letting the criminals run amok. Because the criminals are not their concern. That's just a waste of resources trying to punish them. What they're worried about is punishing you for just being a normal individual. And if you cannot understand that, put a gun to your head and blow your fucking brains out. Most states have liberal gun laws where you can buy it and get it registered in 3 days. Wait 3 days, get your gun, put it in your mouth, and fucking kill yourself. That's what I would say to anyone that is a naysayer of what I'm running on and, is like, I'm not going to vote for that guy. Then just start digging your own grave. Get a shovel, start digging your own grave, because that's where you're going. Because if you don't vote for me, then you're voting for some sleazeball that doesn't give a shit about you. And that's really all I have to say on the matter. I have no respect or no compassion. I have no guilt for looking down on these people. I enjoy the fact that they'll die and that they'll be controlled for the rest of their life and living in an Orwellian state. That makes me kind of happy, because they deserve it. They're the scum of the earth, and there is nothing that could change my mind. I do not give a shit what happens to them. That's not why I do what I do. I do what I do because it's the right thing to do. It is the principle of the matter. The principle of the matter is people should not be mass censored. The principle of the matter is people should be able to say whatever the fuck they want to without any kind of repercussions. The principle of the matter is marijuana should be legal, we should have green technology, and people should have free health care. Those would be the kinds of things I fight for. And, I cannot guarantee all of these things. I can't even guarantee one of these things. As state representative, I'm just one of many. I would vote, as best I can, but I can't promise my colleagues would vote the same way. So, I can't make you promises like that. And that would be the first problem. People want to hear something contrary to the truth. They want to be fed a pack of lies. They want to be fed lies that everything's fine or everything will be fine. And when has that ever been the case? Guess what? Job rates are going to go even more down than they already are. Because these companies, they don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about how you're going to feed your family, how you're going to pay your bills, or anything. So the job market's not going to get better. The only way it's going to get better is if you make it better, by collectively organizing to make it better in your community. So, unless you vote in the right people, make the right laws, and actually organize, shit's not going to get better for you. Your job isn't going to get better just because you work harder, or just because you get a degree, or some shit like that. It doesn't work that way. This is a cultural problem. The problem is in the minds of people thinking that if they just sit back and wait, everything will be fine. It's not going to get any better. Things are not going to magically get more positive. How stupid can you get? And if you are unwilling to hear that, and, you'll turn your face and just snub your nose or whatever, then you deserve everything that happens to you. You deserve to die. It's that simple. And I'm not going to withhold that. I'm not going to bite my tongue on that. Even if I'm up on that stage running for election. So, that's what I have to say about that. And, this guy just pissed me off because he just spewed ignorant bullshit. He didn't have anything to stand on. He didn't have any, counter-argument. All he did was have insults and advocacy of brutality. Advocacy of moderators doing whatever the fuck they want with no accountability. So Facebook can do whatever the fuck they want to you, and you know what? It's only a ticking time bomb till you have no rights at all. You can't email your grandma, you can't get coupons for Starbucks, because everything is owned by somebody. And when that somebody doesn't like you, guess what? You're cut off. And when you're cut off, then what do? So, it's only a matter of time before you're living under a rock. All it takes is the wrong people disliking you. And why should you have to play those musical chairs? Why should you play Russian roulette with your life unless you're suicidal? And if you're suicidal, you wouldn't be playing around, just making your life miserable, waiting for somebody else that owns the means of production to fuck up your life for you. You would just kill yourself. That's why I keep saying that. Either kill yourself or work to make things better. Don't piss around with this gray area bullshit of just accepting the way things are. I have no tolerance for people like that. So, that's really all I wanted to say here. was that I'm going to register for the Green Party, and then I'm going to try to run on the Green Party ticket, and that I've come up with a few slogans that are going to be in my campaign. Let's see if I can scroll down here. Some men cannot be bought, bullied, or negotiated with. Some men just want to see the world burn diesel fuel. And another one was, when the chips are down, these corporations, these persons, they'll eat each other. You see, I'm not a politician. I'm just ahead of the curve. And yes, I basically took those quotes from Heath Ledger's Joker. But, you know, why not? It would help garner some support from the sheeple, and at the same time it's kind of true, it's funny, it's whimsical, you know. And I didn't pay some writer to do it. I'm not some sleazeball trying to market myself. I do this all on my own. So, you know, that's why you can trust me as state representative. I cannot speak for everybody else around me. I can't even speak for my voters, but, you know, I can speak for myself. And that I'm just sick of this shit. I'm not going to take it anymore, and I'm going to do what I can to change it. My platforms are legalizing marijuana, obviously fighting the moderators and doing something about them, free healthcare, and obviously green technology. Because it's not enough that they've completely destroyed human spirit, human ingenuity. They're drying up the rivers, killing all the animals, making us inhale cancerous fumes. So, if we're going to be miserable, we may as well be miserable on a relatively clean, hospitable planet, correct? Or maybe not. Maybe we should let the fucking coal industry and oil industry and all that other bullshit fucking destroy that planet. Because then, at least we know that our time is coming up. And we won't be enslaved forever. We won't have to worry about the boot being forever on our neck, because eventually we'll all die. Is that what you want to look forward to? Is that your greatest achievement, is global death, so that you don't have to be a slave? Or maybe, just maybe, you can fight for something better. You can fight not to be a slave. And maybe start with being able to type what you want to type on the internet uninfringed upon. And by extension, be able to browse the internet, look at what you want to, and that way you have accessibility to all the coupons, all the Facebook shit, all the porn, everything. It's yours. It's at your disposal. No one has the right to take that away from you, no matter what they own. Ownership makes no difference. Ownership does not entitle people to controlling you and chaining you down. Or do you not believe that? Do you believe that somebody else has the right to control you? You know, it's funny to me how when we talk about abortion and shit, people are pro-choice and no negotiations whatsoever. It's my body. But then, when it comes to their ability to post online and actually have a voice and a thought in their head, suddenly theirs is not theirs anymore. They're not a sovereign individual with rights and dignity. Oh, no, then they're just a cog in the machine. Then, all of a sudden, they're conveniently at the mercy of the local moderators and administrators. Oh, then all of a sudden, it's not your choice to make. Oh, but when it comes to abortion, it is. That's why, despite my views on abortion, I don't necessarily dislike the pro-choice. I love their passion. I just wish that passion could be directed to other sources. I wish they had that kind of tenacity for other issues. Maybe then shit would get done. Because you know what? Abortion is legal. It's illegal in every state. So, maybe it's time to start using that energy for something else. And maybe slowly the world can become better. So, that's really all I have to say.